And as we reach Act 3, we have Act 3 things. We have a Sumiriko, we have a Raisin Shop, we have a Yukari, and we have... Oh, that might be a problem. Actually, might be a problem with this deck. Right, challenges are going to be ahead of us, so Act 3 boss is Sanae. Someone that's not Junko for the first time in a while. Right, let's see how well this works then. Well, I guess we're going to go this way because it leads to the shop or Yukari, which, you know, one or the other. That's fine. It's fine one or the other. Alright, so the left stick girl, we're doing this again. Here, let's see. Well, I'm just gonna immediately start with you. Yeah, you know what? Sure. Let's just go ahead and start this off right and see if we can actually get some damage in here. Alright, so let's see. With our knives here, and since we're using the sake here, every card we have only costs 1. It's not doing as much damage, but we are using them all. We are getting to use them all, at least here. So, well, we're missing out on 1, so... Yeah, not the worst. Not actually the worst case scenario. We only getting 10 damage, so that ain't terrible. But I don't know. We probably shouldn't have taken damage anyway. All right. No, let's just draw. Let's draw first, and then we'll see what we get here. Yeah, let's block. Let's block. Let's use this to see. Oh, that actually would have been nice a minute ago. That actually would have been nice. Let's... Well, if we're gonna start exiling some cards, may as well use a card that actually makes a difference here. Well, we'll do this, and then we use this here. Free exile card, sure. Yeah, using the love letter actually does still help us use with sake, since it is being exiled and it does cost mana. So yeah, this is actually pretty useful. Alright, Ran, what you got? You got vulnerability. Well, sure, I'll take a vulnerability, because vulnerability has not been appearing much. I think it's simply because, what is it? Because, invulnerability vulnerability isn't a thing that's common for Sakuya. I think it's only like a red or a black kind of spell card, and Sakuya uses blue and white. So, you know, we take what you can. So, you know, we take what you can, I guess. Alright, so if you cost 2 mana, then I can use this, do damage there. Then we do this, do damage there. We apply cold, and we have an extra turn. And because we have an extra turn, we get more cards. Let's take you, since you'll be free. And, oh, it is just... Oh, I didn't even notice that. Okay, it does stack. My mistake. Okay, so we used Time Magic twice. We won't be able to see it because it's in not a discard pile, because ability cards do not get banished, they just go away. You just can't use them and they don't come back in banishment, whatever. But we used it twice, so it's saying here we could choose 2 of 5 random cards. So this does stack. That's interesting. What's even more interesting, we're going to use this right now, and we're just going to do damage. I say that, but I think I hacked this up. I think I hacked this up. Hold on. 23. Do 16. It's not that important, but I will go ahead and just use the knives anyway. Like, using spell cards isn't that big a deal, really. Like, I'm gonna get enough power points, I'm gonna use it again and before the boss, I'm sure. But, you know, you take what you can. Nothing's really appealed to me, actually. I think I'm actually just gonna go ahead and skip a card here, because none of those cards really appealed to me, honestly. And I'm at a point where, like, 31 cards in a deck is already a lot. So I kind of need to actually take a step back and, like, assess the situation. It's like, I need to actually, like, not. Alright, so let's see here. Crow, 10 damage. If you get you with weak, you'll probably do only, like, 7. So I'm gonna add another block. I'll use this. Nah, that's fine. Especially if we get to use more knives and we'll get more time pulse. We'll be able to do damage anyway, because I think time pulse still does damage, even if, you know, even if the... What am I trying to say here? Even if she has grace, even though they have grace. Oh my god, I couldn't think of what I was trying to say there for a second. Lost track of time there. Well, I am big on ability cards. I can only choose one, because I didn't activate the other one yet. You know what? Let's do this one, because we draw 3 cards, and we gain firepower based on our stuff. Upgrade all the cards in hand. That's good. Use this to use... I mean, it's a free card, sure. Free block, free card. Use this. It only costs 1. Now, see, here's the thing about this as well. They have grays anyway. What do we do here? 36. We can't just get rid of one of them right now. Let's do this instead. Let's use these 2 cards. And then we'll use this one. We'll just... it'll attack you. 14 damage. Well, if we use these, we'll gain our mana back. So... that and time pulse as well. Yeah, that's fine. That'll be fine. Yeah, I do think Grays is still going to be one of our bigger issues here. Some block here, that's fine. Sure, we're getting more of this back. We'll get rid of that grace there with this here. And let's do a card. Ooh. Oh, I only... no, it's free. It costs 0. Free mana. Yes, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this too, because we use this. And we're gonna get some free attack cards. Like that one. Then we use it again. We get that one. Then we use it again. And we get that one. Let's get that one there because we can upgrade a card. This card is dumb, honestly. If all things considered, this card's dumb. 5 damage, 8 damage. Just enough. These cards are dumb sometimes. I love it. I love it. Ooh, tempting. I kind of like Elegant Maid, though. I kind of like it. I'm only going to do that card, though. I don't really want to add any more. Like, I'm going to be trying hard not to add any more cards to this one. Now, this is going to be interesting. What will be like today? Well, we can do a lot of things in this shop here. Well, it's going to be an interesting choice here. So, we have three options. We take a swig, which is get a drink, which is we gain a free exhibit, which is Breath of the Whale. At the start of each odd number turn, lose a random mana. At the start of each even number turn, add 2 mana of that type. I kind of like this idea of an exhibit, but as far as I understand it, this event is the only spot where you can get this exhibit. It is free, and you do remove a card from your deck, so that's an option. The other option is drinking competition. Gain 800 money, but gain 2 drunk. The drunk is a rough one. You can only play 3 cards each turn when it's on the hand. It does go in the discard pile when it's used, but 3 cards. Like, I would have to stop at the shop twice to get that removed. Or run into a certain event that can help me out with that one. Like, 800 mun is nice, but I don't need that much money. But then the other one here is take a sip, fight a random group of enemies, and get a random rare exhibit. With Revealed Fate, you can't tell what this rare exhibit is. But since we're not doing that, we don't know. You only live once. Off the usual. Keep it on my tab. Don't think about it too much. Uh-oh. Sakuya, are you gonna be okay? Is Sakuya a light sleeper? Oh no. Oh no. Light sleeper is not a good thing to be when you're in a bar like this. Especially when you have the rabbits to deal with. Ew. Well, this will be interesting to see how this turns out. So, we have the rabbit and the rabbit. They have flawless. They only take 1 damage. I bet we'll be fine. We'll totally be fine. I had no confidence in that one. Okay. Rand, help me out here. I think this one is actually a good one. Because it gives me barrier, and gives me a splash for free. Which I can use to use this one. So that's not bad. Now, the only thing is, do I want more barrier, or do I want to put shoot in the deck? I think I'll be fine to put shoot in the deck. I think I'll be fine. Especially if I work to get rid of one of them. Now, I want to get rid of the yellow-haired one, because the yellow-haired one is probably the worst one. Because she has abilities to her shenanigans that makes this a lot more rough. Like, out of the 2, I think the yellow one is the worst one, because she has abilities that can buff her, but the second one just has things. Like, she's not really all that important, or that rough here. Oh, well, this all looks fun. A start at Sakuya's turn, gain 2 firepower, which would be nice, but firepower doesn't mean anything if you only take 1 damage. This one is lose 3 life, gain 3 mana, draw 3 cards, so that's actually nice. Perfect time stop is choose one of 3 cards with time limit added to the hand, temporarily cost 0, exile 0, and loses time limit. So, wow, that's actually okay. You know what? You convinced me. You convinced me there. You convinced me because I do still have time magic on my side. So yeah, you convinced me. I'm gonna use that card. I don't think using a block will matter this turn. I don't think so, at least. But I will do it anyway because I want to draw the cards and go through my deck here. In the meantime, yeah, sure. Let's see what we get here. Yeah, no time limit. Sweet. Alright, so let's see. 15 block. Retain block. Oh. As soon as I say that, talk about the block. That's funny. Deal 18 damage, take extra turn. Return up to 2 cards from the discard pile to the hand. Retain them this turn. Ooh. How much damage are you doing? 1428. And that's on a discard pile, right? Yeah, discard pile. So it'd be here. Sure. Let's use this one. Go back to here because we gotta use this card. We'll get Ran and we'll get Lunacycle. Lunacycle will only cost 1 mana since it's it has the gimmick of costing 1 less mana every time it enters the hand, so it only costs 1 mana. So that's nice. All right, let's see. Passion. Oh. No. That's death. That's death. I'll explain that when we get to that point. But that's death if we you know, use that card. I don't want to use that card, so no, we can't use that one. Only one, right? All right. So let's use you because you'll give me some berry here. That'd be nice. Yeah, let's use this. So we can do one of these. You. Why not? Get Radiance, so let's go ahead and upgrade them all. So, funny thing about upgrading cards like that, if we upgrade this card, we used to gain 2, but now we gain 3 mana. Pretty useful. You're free, so let's use this. And let's see. Another extra turn? You know what? I felt bad for not getting this card before. Why not? But you used 2 blue and 2 blanks. So I need to actually be careful with what I use here. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use this one. And then we will use Time Walk. Let's use the Time Walk again. Why not? Why not? So that's 2 extra turns now. Oh my gosh. It's full! Wait. Am I going to get this card? Wait. My hand is full. What's going to happen here? What's going to happen here? Now I'm curious. Well, let's see what it does. I would choose you. It does not come to the hand. Oh. Well, guess what? We just found ourselves another reason to not use so many cards. It's like something told me that was a bad idea. Good to know. That's funny though. That is funny though. Not gonna lie. Nope, just one. Yeah, you know what? I think that is a good idea actually. For a couple of reasons. So, first things first, I'm gonna keep using some knives because that gives me more mana. Let's use the shoot. Then let's use Embers of Love. 1 of 3 random cards to add to the top of the draw pile. 1 of 3 random cards. Well, I'll be honest. This one is useless. This one's not bad. But you know, if I'm having problems with dealing damage, I might just keep that one. Alright, Elegant Maid. We add more stuff. Add 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It'll give me just enough for a full hand. Alright, so let's do this. Shoot you. Shoot you again. Let's shoot you one more time. Then we use this shoot here. And now we can actually just finish you off. That's fine. Alright. So she's doing 28 damage, but we have plenty of barrier and shield, so we're fine. Now let's see if it... Oh. It didn't work this time. What the hell? Probably because our fan is too full of good stuff here. Okay. Let's use this then. Save some mana. I'll put 2 weak on you. Sure. Yeah, Dazzling Dash, because it gives me a free attack card. So, free attack card. Free attack card. Free attack card. free attack card. Because free attack cards are still kind of mean in this one. Plus, now we got our frozen time, so now we got some more mana as we're doing this. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter if we're just gonna do this way. If it's just a free attack, you know. Well, that looked pretty. That looked like a pretty card there. Man, those are some powerful illusions. And she should know because she's a master of illusion. Keep it a secret, huh? Well, only since you asked so nicely. Shiny bulb. Not the greatest, but this could still be pretty good. Alright, see you next time. Lord, I spent a lot of time on that one boss battle alone. My gosh. I spent too much time on that battle. Oh, Lord. Let's do this one. A little more block for a card is actually not a bad thing. We do need some cards with good block anyway, so we'll be fine. So, okay, you want to trade... You want time magic for one of these, huh? I mean, I guess having two isn't necessarily useful? It's weird to have... You know what? Actually, no. Having a copy of this means I have a means to trade it. So honestly, I think having a copy of Time Magic does help me with this. But what would I even use? You know what? Sure. I'll go ahead and get nice recursions. It's a trade, so I'm not adding a card to the hit deck. I'm just changing it out for another one, okay? Okay. That's all I'm gonna say about that one. Alright, so let's see. Well, this is an interesting set of circumstances. We'll use the more powerful Elegant Maid, and we'll get some block in. Sure, let's do Undine, so we can get some barrier in. Now, I can't use too much because this Wolf Tengu still gains firepower for every defense card we play, so we gotta be careful here. This will be a good time as any, though, to use this card, because now we can actually do damage this way to both of you guys. And now, because of which, we discard the knives, and they take care of you and you. It's like I do have a plan for this crap. It's like I actually do have a plan with some of this garbage. I hate to call it garbage because it's what I've been doing, you know, but still. Alright, so we gain some block. We're gonna use suppression to do that. Block. Don't use too many blocks because we still gotta... We can't give her too much power here after all. Is that vulnerable? Vulnerable. Ooh. Alright, meditation. Can we get something interesting here? Do I need life? No, but I do want draws. I do need to do more damage though, so let's do this instead. Rabbit Landing do 14. I guess the Ludo Ball isn't really useful, so we'll do this. I'm gonna use this card, then use this one. Sure. Let's do this. We'll add this card because we have a chance to use something higher. Let's see. Well, if it gets me another free card to use, I'm curious. Let's see if we get this. So, place the card at the bottom. Place the card on the bottom of the draw pile into the hand. It costs 0, which is Luminous Ricochet. That's fine by me. More damage. Free damage even. Let's see. So what happens if I do this? You won't use the blanks. which I didn't think it was going to happen, but it's worth looking into. Yeah, let's do it. Let's use Perfect Servant so that we can draw 3 cards, get 3 mana, and everything will cost 1 random mana less. 5 damage too, because why not? And 5 more. Alright. So, as I was saying before, we do see a lot of issues with Sakuya's way of playing, and I wouldn't say it's really a bad thing. Like, it's not really a bad way of playing this mode, or playing this game either, but there are better ways to play this. I would not say I'm playing this to the best of my abilities, but, I mean, it does, ooh, lose 5 life. No, you know what? If I use an ability, it won't really matter. Let's do you, actually. Because I can do this. Then I'll do... No, I will do this. Because you do 59 damage. Just enough! That temporary firepower actually came in use. Probably not necessary, but you know what? I like using things, alright? This is going to be interesting. I'm going to go... This is going to be weird. I'm going to go ahead and take Devouring History, just so I can shorten my deck down just a bit in the next battle. Oh, Satori! Ooh, this is actually not a bad one. Wait! Gosh darn it! This event! Gosh darn it! Okay. This is the bad thing, so we'll see what happens. So, look, drain must be somatization. That's a word. Please lie down and tell me about your conditions. So, what are our conditions? We would want to tell her. So, do we want to talk to her, which we pay 51 muns to select one of 3 upgraded uncommon cards, which is not a bad thing. We could do suggestion therapy, which allows us to choose one of 20 common or uncommon cards, or hypnotherapy, restore 15 life. I'm not a believer of hypnotism, so no. Not that. What kind of cards would you get me if I were to say we talk things out? Let's talk things out and see what we get here. So, I feel good when I'm exterminating yokai, Dr. Kobayashi. Do I have violent tendencies? I love this face. It's like she's trying so hard not to laugh. Like, she's trying so hard not to laugh. I love this face so much. Alright, so let's see here. Have you felt invincible lately? If we say yes, gain Sakuya exclusive cards. If we say no, gain neutral cards or exclusive cards from other characters. Let's say no and see what we get. Do you prefer fighting stylish or fighting efficiently? Knowing Sakuya, she does prefer to fight efficiently. Wait, yes or no? That's... what? Huh. I may have to bring that up at one point with somebody. A little bit of a text error there. So if you say yes, multicolor. If you say no, it's monocolor. We'll say yes. I guess we do like fighting stylishly. Let's see. I'm probably gonna regret this. No, I gotta stick with stone stacking. I gotta stick with it. All you need is stone stacking. Remember to take it on an empty stomach. Wait, wait. Wait, what? Hold up. Satori, are you telling me to eat stones? Are you telling me to stack stones and eat them? Even if you're talking literal and it's a card, why am I eating a card? Now I need to find out to change to Koshi. Oh, so Satori, okay, that's mean, but not unheard of. That's really mean to do, but that's not unheard of. I would imagine that that's a pretty good idea. 8 damage sounds like a good idea. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Yukari, only one of us should be burning the midnight oil. You shouldn't be the one to do that. You better stop staying up so late. Practice what you preach, Gib. Practice what you preach. Alright, so, what do we have? Shiki. Oh, but part of me knew I was gonna face you if I found one of the elites here. So now we gotta fight ourselves. Proper Maido. Maido powers. Oh, this might be a problem. Well, thankfully we got Devour History right away, so I'm gonna use it, and I'm gonna get rid of... I think I will get rid of Ludo. I only have 2 blues, and using 2 blues like that when I have other cards that use blue, I don't know. I think I can find a better use for it. So let's get rid of Ludo, and we'll get rid of Use History. Did I ever have Ludo? I don't know. Who are you people? Alright, so facing off against clone Sakuya, I guess it'll save us from fighting her later to explain what she's like. So let's see what we can do against ourselves. Alright, so meditation. Let's do entrenched body. We can give ourselves some defense here. We do this. We'll just shoot here because we need to get on the offense here. So, well, you two are being overly fancy. Stop it. You do like being stylish then. Huh. Didn't think of that. Alright. Decisions. I'll do it. Because we gotta go on the offense, as I said. If we're gonna like get around this, we gotta start doing offensive stuff here. Alright, so we have this and we have some firepower. So let's see how well we can handle this. Yes. Alright. So let's go ahead and just do 10 damage, or 37 damage right now, and just throw a bunch of knives at her. She's going to do 5 damage to us because one of her gimmicks is that she has an auto counter, which if we play up to a certain amount of cards, she does damage to us flat out. But she also has a couple of other gimmicks, which I don't know if we're actually going to show them off, but we'll have more chances to show them off if we don't. But with that said, I kind of don't want to show this off because I need to actually handle this with a little urgency. So we do this, we do all this damage, and in the end, we get rid of Sakuya right off. And we get 10 barrier as well, so we defend ourselves for another 4. So that's actually pretty good. That was a really good effective turn there. Alright, so now with that said, let's use you. We'll use you. And then we'll use you. Vulnerability will help actually. Oh, vulnerability will actually be really good here. We defend against her damage, so that's always a good thing. Save ourselves some health, so that's always good. Now we can start going on the offensive here. Let's do this. We'll scry. It's holy crap! 104? I'm sorry, I gotta take it. I gotta take it because wait, whoa! Wait a minute. It would only cost 1 mana. Yes, this is the correct call. 136 damage with vulnerability. This is doing 204 damage. Hey! So remember when I said earlier about her not being able to do a whole bunch of damage? I'm sorry, I lied. I'm sorry, I did not mean to lie to your faces like that, everybody. That's just how it be, I guess. Oh, good grief. That was nuts. Ooh, short gambit. That's actually, ooh. I'll do it. because it's a really good way to get some more mana in. Alright, Raisin, what do you have for me? You have a keystone and a guidebook. So, these are actually pretty good ones. So, the keystone. When a player takes damage from the first time, add 2 white mana. Or the magic guidebook. When acquired, choose 1 of 3 neutral rare cards to add to the library. Neutral being that it does not have any affinity with other characters. So, this is going to be a random rare card you can get of almost any color. I think it's only focusing on the colors you have. Sure, let's see what our options are. Ability. Start of Sakuya's turn. 2 random cards at the hand gain pure. I don't think I can justify that. This is not a bad card, but I can't justify it because of reasons. Dragon Palace Messenger, I can justify. Lost in Paradise, I can also justify. Personally, I like Lost in Paradise. Choose a card in hand, add a copy. When it's upgraded, add 2 copies to the hand. This does not change the price of it. It doesn't change how much mana you use for the card. So if you copy like a 5 mana cost card, it's gonna cost 5. So I don't know. I like it, but it has like, it's a little limited. Just not by much, but it is limited. For the sake of going through my deck and getting things faster, I think Dragon Palace Message is definitely the choice here. Since it only costs 1 mana as well, so we can handle that pretty well. Okay, I have 284 money. Do I want to get more money? Or do I want to start spending it? What would I spend on the shop anyway? An upgrade? Maybe an exhibit or 2? Sure. Let's go ahead and go shopping here. Oh, hi, you two. How you doing? Do I want to do this again? I have life, so I can afford at least 1 or 2. I guess if I want to make sure I'm covered, I guess I should get something. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get some power, just to get the chance to, you know, do more damage to the boss once I get there. I guess I could take more money to get more exhibits, since I'm going shopping here in a little bit. And I kind of want an exhibit, but I think I'm good. I don't think I want to do any more than that. Yeah, I don't think I want to do any more than that. I think I'll be fine. Oh, it's you two, the Tadukis. Wait, you're really Kaneko and Sawako? Hold up, I feel like I'm being gypped here. Something's wrong with this picture. Okay, so I don't think we've run into these two before. So we have 2 Tadukis that are Kaneko, question mark, and Sawako, question mark. Kaneko, this Kaneko at least, is all about just doing damage. She's just gonna keep attacking you and doing that, very basic. Sawako, on the other hand, is an annoying little runt that I kind of want to get rid of right away. So let's go ahead and get rid of her right away, if we can. So let's see. Well, you know what? If you're already full of life, why not make this useful for me? You don't gain life, but you gain 15 poison. I say that's a pretty good trade. Alright, so we use Sheer Gamble to get more mana. We'll use Dash and Dash so that we can get more free attack power, like so. Ooh, wait a minute. No, this is good because I use this to do this again. Then we can upgrade both of these cards. All these cards even. Yeah, you have ethereal, so it doesn't matter here. So, okay, so the idea behind water pulse here, while I have this in the hand, the idea behind it is that when it enters the hand, it adds a copy of it to the hand, and it's free damage. So normally it does 9 damage, upgraded, and does 6 when not. The only thing about it is that it adds a copy to the hand when it's added to the hand. If you use it, then it's exiled and it doesn't come back to the hand. So you lose your plate, essentially. But if you use the copy, it's free. So, you know, all good times there. But since it's going to be exiled and it has Ethereal anyway, it doesn't really matter. Alright, so more damage. No. No, because I want to use You Are Next again. We take an extra turn. They don't get affected by poison, which kind of sucks, but what can you do? You know what? Why not? We're just having fun with this. We're having fun with this one. Why not? One completely random rare card to the top of the draw pile. Replenish, exile, ethereal, and mana of any color that can be spent to pay its cost. So it's pure, essentially. Like that card. This is normally a blue and 4, but it's cost 5. Just 5 any mana at this point. But instant freeze is pretty fun. Apply cold, and Sakuya's turn. Then take an extra turn. So we have another extra turn. And that's on top of the draw pile, so we're gonna have fun when that comes up. But first things first. Yeah, you. Put each throwing knife in the hand, draw pile, and discard. Sure. I don't think we're gonna have any more in the draw pile or the discard pile even. Alright. Just keep using knives because we're getting free attack cards with it. We also gain some health or block even if we use 3 attack cards, so that's nice. Man, there's so many walls. We're skipping that. The heck with the walls. I don't need a wall. Alright, so what are we selling here, Takane? You're selling another You Are Next. Do I want to get greedy? I don't think I should. I don't think I should. It's so tempting. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Oh, but we have Private Radar. So this is an interesting piece. This is a gadget of all cards. And this is only be bought from the shop because it's one of those cards that can be used there. So Private Radar, an attack or defense card from the draw pile, put into the hand. When it's upgraded, it's not exiled. So I guess that's not a bad thing. I don't know if I much care. I don't know if I care much for that one though. Oh. You know what? Since I'm lacking a way to add vulnerability to my opponents, the Gun Watch is actually a pretty good one for this one. The tape is also pretty good. Upgrade 2 defense cards. But I don't know if I have defense cards to upgrade. That's a good question. Type. I guess I have that one. And I guess I just have one of the regular ones. We'll do it. We'll do it because we just want to add more defense to our situation here. And we'll upgrade another one. Let's upgrade you, because we want to have more choices to scry some more cards. And yeah, I think that's good. I don't think we need to add anymore. I think our deck is pretty powerful without it. Alright, Clown Piece. Let's see how far we get with you here. I think we're going to go far, because this is going to be interesting. So actually, I'm just going to go ahead and do this and just use Perfect Servant right away. So, Perfect Servant, let's be draw 3 extra cards, and all the cards will cost 2 mana less. That's gonna be really fun. No, I don't need to do anything else. So, let's see what we get here, Clompies. Who are you summoning? More fairies. You summon a black butterfly and a sunflower fairy. Alright, that's fine by me. Alright, so let's use you. Let's use Ran. All this is free, so it doesn't really matter. You know what? Let's do the wall. Because we can upgrade it, and we'll just take 3 less damage from all the fairies. So that's nice. Do this. We'll do this. He costs a mana less, so whatever. Do I care to get rid of the fairies first? I think I do. I think I want to get rid of the fairies first. This might not be the best idea. But let's see what we get from this. Alright, so we do weak, sure. More block, more knives. Just more knives. That's all we need to care about. It's more knives. That's all we need. More knives. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, we'll get rid of you. We're already shielded, so I think we're fine. Let's get rid of the black butterfly here, then. You probably do the most damage, but... You know, I probably should have just activated Tipsy, actually. Maybe. I actually realized I'm also still gathering Time Pulse, so... I don't know. There's probably ways I could have done that better, but... well. It's not my job to pay attention to that kind of stuff. Alright, meditation. You. Because we can do damage here. Alright. We'll get rid of you, sure. Alright, let's see. We can scry here. Yeah. Because this will give me Gambit. Would be nice. Use this, use Time Magic. I do want Faith in Native God. It's a pretty cool one. But I'm gonna see if I can't keep my health. I'm gonna use the reverse seed scale. Do 14 damage and apply 6 drowning. So that'd be nice. Alright, let's get rid of you. I kinda wanna keep mana, but I kinda wanna get this going as well. Yes. We'll be fine. Alright, so we do that. We'll go ahead and throw a couple of knives here. Actually, wait, hold up. Tipsy. Tipsy now, while I'm thinking about it. Tipsy now because I am going to be focusing on my attacks here. So... Yes, this is fine. This is fine. This is perfectly fine. Because now we're going to be in business. She is not going to stand a chance. Oh, this is fun. I'll just use Bran. Bran's free. Bran's free. Let's do Timeline. Timeline's free. Free block, free damage. Alright, so let's see what happens here. Knife. Attack card. Knife. Attack card. Ooh. 2 for each in the hand. Yeah, I better use that now. Free attack card. Now let's do it again. Knife. Attack card. Knife. Time Pulse. Mana. Attack card. Knife. Time Pulse. Mana. Attack card. 20 damage each. But it's free. Sure, let's use the pretty one. Sakuya may not do damage in one single shot all the time, but by God, when you get her going, it's kind of hard for her to stop. It's kind of hard for her to stop. Fun times. No, I don't think I need anything else here, so I think we'll be fine. Now, we can fundraise with our donation box, gain 150 mun, think to add a rare card, upgrade a random card in our library, or drink some tea. Is there any... What would I want to upgrade here? I think I'll do Elegant Maid, because 4 more knives. More knives is always fun. Okay! Time for our new Act 3 boss, Sanae. Sanae enters the field with 500 HP. And her gimmicks are annoying. Oh, they're going to be annoying here. Okay, so, Chop is solo to draw. Alright. So let's see here. We actually got to be careful on what we're doing here. Like, risk versus reward kind of thing. Alright, so Shinigami. What do we get here? Sure, yeah, I have an idea for this one here. Alright, so I'm going to use one of them to draw. Ugh. Yeah, this is going to be tough here. Alright, let's do a vulnerability and get rid of that one charm he had. She had a charm on her which stopped her from being inflicted with statuses, so that's why our wristwatch couldn't inflict weaker vulnerable, and that's why our vulnerable stopped working. But as well, her biggest gimmick is that she has a Sanae only buff. A buff that makes her really dangerous if you're not careful. She has, I'm really curious. When Sakuya plays an ability card, Sanae gains 1 firepower. If you buff yourself, you're buffing her too. And guess what? This deck is full of ability cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 ability cards. Ugh. I'm going to get powerful, but so is she. So I think the biggest thing I need to do here is just really get going. So I'm going to use... Oh, this is going to be tough. With 4 mana, this is going to be really tough. I mean, if I draw Gambit, that would help me out a lot. Risk versus reward. I'm going to use Frozen Time, then Time Magic, and see where we can get from here. We'll do Closed Heart because I need the barrier. The barrier is something I need to, like, keep myself protected. Alright, so... Messenger. Let's see what we can get here. Oh, I only have 1 colored mana. This is going to be really tough here. Alright, so we're going to toss all these out. We're going to go ahead and use this one. That's another ability, but that's still more like knives we can use. Having Grace will help us out in the next turn as well. But, oh, this is going to be tough here. So, on her first turn, she'll try and siphon your Spirit, which is your way of getting defense. Spirit is firepower, but block and barrier. So, she takes 2 away from us and gets 2 to her. So, when she gives ourselves barrier, she gives ourselves 2 more barrier and block. Now, because we can't see her intentions, we don't know what she's doing. With history, I know what she's doing. And this is really rough. So, I'm going to give her weak, first of all. And then I'm going to use Short Gambit to give me more mana. I'm going to use this to do damage and then Scry, so we can sort of get some blockage. Thank you. Get some blockage there. Ooh. This might actually help us out here. I still need more block. Marble Phantasm. Let's see what we can get from you. I need one of you. And then I'm going to use 5 of these. And then I can use this. So, fun fact, I don't think there's any card in the library that costs more than 5. Except for maybe like 3 or 4 or so that costs like 7 or 8. And there's ways to make those cheaper. So technically you can spend more than 5 mana. But so many of the most powerful cards are usually costing up to 5. So 5 is usually the highest number I would say you can spend to use this. So we're going to spend 5 mana to use this and see what we can get. Ooh, Flawless! Oh, that's... Ooh, I want to use Your next. I do. But Flawless, man. Flawless is going to help us out here. So, it's a stereo, so we have to use it this turn. So, that's fine. Throw a knife. And then we'll use both of these to use this skill. And that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Alright, so we end turn. We see her attention. She wants to do 8 damage 4 times. And afflict us with a status. Weak. Which is not terrible, but not really good either. Okay. Well, we are still fine. This is fine. This is gonna be rough, but like I said, I gotta, like, do something here. Yes, this game, let's upgrade all the cards. Sure. It's free, so it's not spending any mana, so we're not getting mana back for these, but these are still free attack cards. And every time we use an attack card, we gain more, block. So, I am perfectly fine with this. I am perfectly fine with this, because this is our way of getting, situated here. I really should have used my Tipsy earlier, though. I keep forgetting that I have Tipsy here, for reasons. I don't know why. Special Watch, that's fine. Yeah, we have more than enough block now. This is a skill, so it doesn't hurt to use this. I'm gonna do it, because it gives me another bunch of damage. That's fine. I'm also gonna go ahead... Well... No. I'm gonna save for the next turn. It'll get rid of weak, and we'll have more cards to deal with. And as well, when we use these, we can only take so much damage. Because now, with 6 firepower, she's doing 14 4 times. What is that? 28, 42, 56 damage. I don't want to take that. So thankfully we have Flawless. So we can only take 1 damage per turn. But we still need to get rid of her before she does any more damage here. So, Tipsy, and now we can go to town. So, Knife, mana, card. Knife, mana, card. Damage, draw a card. Damage, discard a card. Discard you, sure. Take less 3 damage, why not? More time pulse for every knife, why not? More damage, sure. More damage to her, and this will give me a free knife. So, free knife, free mana, free card attack card. And that'll be good. So, like I said, with Flawless now, we are not taking any damage here. So, she'll go through a barrier and block, but we only take 1 damage. And if she tries to attack us again, we only take 1 damage again. But instead, she plans to heal herself, get rid of her debuffs, and then get ready for her spell card. Now, this is an interesting situation here. Alright, so if we do this, we gain block. This will do damage, get some mana, free attack card, which will be this. Well, this attack is free. This attack will be okay. And yeah, I'm gonna use your next. Even though it's an ability. Because guess what? She's not able to take 9 knives. 9 knives. That's too much damage, even for her. So, Sane, you were scary. You were scary. But you're still just another boss, meant to be beaten. So sorry. But that's how it rolls. Woo-wee! I admit, that got me a little scared there. Oh, but that was interesting. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. So, before we reach the final boss, we have beautiful plates. Add a yellow or white. Gosh darn it. At the start of player's first turn each combat, upgrade 3 random cards in the hand until each combat. Which, I guess that's not a bad one to get early, but we don't really have many cards that are not upgraded. You have Magic Ballad, add another colorless card to the base. For each mana spent on play a basic card, increases the numeric effect by 100%. So our basic cards would gain, like, more damage. So that'd be nice. But then there's the Harvest Fruit Basket. Add green to the mana. When acquired, the player gains 5 maximum life. When a card is added to the library, the player gains 1 maximum life. Which is not bad. I actually like this exhibit, but again, it's only used for early game. So instead, I think my best option here is the Miracle Mallet. Because even though it's another colorless mana, it's still useful. Now, as for rare cards, I feel like I've seen these before. Well, I don't know if I'm going to keep the mana I'm going to be spending here. That, and I need to make sure I get 2 of my cards. So actually, I think I'm going to take another Messenger. Because I don't think I can actually, like, take another ability card. Okay, with that said then. Now we move on to the final boss. And about time too, because Sakuya has spent too much time on these shenanigans. So, one last time. Let's see here. I would like a Parasol. Parasol is pretty fun. On the second turn, gain 12 block and 5 power, which is not bad. I know I said it wasn't going to take any more, but you know, more damage, more knives, more damage. I don't know if I can say no to that. I don't know if I can say no to that this time. This time! better appreciate this. Trying to convince myself it's worth it. I'm just trying to convince myself it's worth it. Alright, upgrade messenger. The message. So, it's not a messenger, it's a message. I guess I'll add you to add a block. And I guess you to add another block. And I think that'll be fine. 38 cards is a lot, but it's not the worst. We'll do that one there. Alright. Alright, Sakuya. Can you handle Seija's shenanigans? It's time to find out. Now with vulnerability, she does take more damage, so this is already pretty nice. I need to activate the block because of the darn mallet, so I should show this right now. We're gaining 39 block, and that's because of the mallet. If for each basic mana used on a card, increase the effect by 100%. Since we're using 2, it's 3 times the block. This works on our attack card as well. So, yeah, Magic Mallet is pretty damn good at this one this time. Alright, so, Messenger. I think this is fine. This will be fine because we use this for free, we use this for free, and then we use this, not for free, but, you know, we're using it. We're going to use this card, so yeah, that's fine. That is fine by me. Because we're doing 23 damage now. Alright, so what's your first one? The crossbow. Bow which shoots light. And as I just turn, add 2 random status to shuffle half of them to the draw, and then the other half to discard. Well, that's all fine and dandy, but we are pretty set here. Yeah, these are not basic cards, so these do not get the effect from the Magic Mallet, sad to say. Now, this is where it gets really rough, because now we are... Yeah, this is going to be a really rough position here. Alright, we'll do 21 damage here. It's only 1 damage. She's going to be doing a lot of damage to us, so yeah, we got to get down the offense here. So let's just go ahead and just do more damage to her. We're also getting more time pulse with this, so we'll be fine. Yeah, this is fine. More time pulse means more overall damage, so this is going to hurt, but we'll be fine. Oh, I would like to block that if possible, though. So, yes, we'll use this, and we'll add a card. Well, I said I wasn't going to use this earlier. You know what? Whatever. It's not going to matter too much, because we're not going to use it. In fact, we're just going to use this card, and then we're going to use your next. And now we use this here. So now we need to get more damage in. Now we get more time pulse with this, so we're still doing more damage overall. And we are getting blocked with 3 knives, so we're not in a bad position here. We're just in a very interesting, awkward position. Alright, so that's all of our knives. We actually use all of our knives because we have that sake. That's funny to me. Alright, so she won't be doing any more damage to us this next turn. She does a lot. She does a lot. But the next turn, she's only going to use a spell card. So this is fine. But now we can do Dazzling Dash. But we also need to make sure we're not dying here. So We'll block. We'll use this. Yeah, we'll use this. Because then we can use this to do more damage. We'll gain a free attack card. We're going to use our spell card to do more damage. I can't use it more than once. There is a card. I think we saw it. There are items they can use. You used to use a spell card more than one turn. But we don't have it. So we're just got to put up with it. Alright, 61 time pulse. We do more damage with the knives. We're at 72 time pulse. Can we get up to like 100? Oh, the chalice. The World Cup. Ew. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Lose all non-shining mystic rare secrets. Okay. Well, I'm gonna gain some block. I'm gonna put weak on her. I'm gonna use time magic. See if we can get something here. Oh! You know what? It only costs 2 mana. Why not? Because now we can use this card and just do 192 damage. And yeah, we just, you know what? No, this isn't Enigma style. You are next. But guess what? There is no next turn. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. Oh, wow. That was pretty fun, honestly. That was actually a lot more fun than I thought it'd be. I'm going to be honest. Sticking to a yellow and blue, a white, excuse me. Sticking to a white and blue Sakuya is a little rough, especially with the cards that you could get if you get like a red. Because the cards that Sakuya has when she uses a red are nuts. Like, some of the best cards that she can use are with red mana. But honestly, getting the deck we got here, I'm more than content. It was a little dodgy with us being only at 17 HP, 24 by the end of the turn, but still. But overall, this worked out a lot better than I hoped. Like, I was not expecting this to end up as well as I did, so that was a solid, very solid Sakuya run. It took a long time to get to that end. I'm looking at my recording. This whole video is an hour and 20 minutes. I'm going to have to split that up. I'm sorry to say, I'm going to have to split that up. And I'm not going to split it up conventionally. The first half of this video is going to be super freaking boring. Making videos at my expense, just for the fun of it. How fitting for Sakuya to take the most time to get a job done. Go freaking figure. Well, honestly, I'm happy that I got the run in, so I'm more than happy that it worked as well as it did. So I can't really say much else in that. So with that said then, I guess next time we only have 2 characters left to play until Alice shows up. And then I guess we'll start on the hard difficulty, or maybe we'll start on Lunatic. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get through this one. Like, getting through the hard difficulty is going to be different, but it's going to be a lot harder. Hence they're called hard in Lunatic mode, don't you know? So, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens next time. So with that said, this is Kibatu. And until our next adventure in the night, goodbye to you. Laters!